This is a sneak peek at Gran Turismo 6. I'm just kidding. This is Night Driver on the Atari 2600. And I can remember even back in 1982 or 1983, I went over to a friend's house and our choice of video games were Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. Not Ms. Pac-Man, just the old Pac-Man, and Night Driver. And I think what I wanted to do was play outside. Even back then, I could tell you this game was just 10 years ahead of its time, but that's 10 years I could wait for a game like Pole Position 2. Very difficult to play. It's not a lot of fun, and it all boils down to just dodging the cars coming at you and the poles on the side of the road and the houses in the residential area. You use the paddle controllers on this game, and I'm a huge fan of the paddle controllers for the Atari 2600, but I prefer them in games like Breakout or Super Breakout or Warlords or Demons to Diamonds. They don't do a whole lot for Night Driver, or I should say that Night Driver doesn't do a whole lot for the paddle controllers. So there's not a whole lot I can say about Night Driver. You can see from the cartridge this came out in 1978 for the Atari 2600. This comes from a day long before when you could plug your iPod into your Xbox 360 or rip some music to your PlayStation 3. Back when Night Driver was around, you had to take your cassette-playing boombox and sit it down next to you and hit play, and then you could have some music with your game. So in conclusion, I don't mean to make fun of Night Driver because I know in 1978 the technology was not there to make a game as graphically advanced as Forza 2 or Gran Turismo 5, obviously. But I don't think they got this behind-the-car, realistic driving game right until at least Pole Position 2 on the 7800 or Super Monaco GP on the Genesis. And of course now we have these photorealistic games. Looking at Night Driver some 28 or 30 years after playing it for the first time, I'd still rather play outside. So maybe I'll go find a game of Kickball. Which is a shame, considering what great packaging this game has. I mean, that's really nice artwork. That actually made me want to play this game.